We've got a fun one today. On the bench we have a Makita 5-inch, a Makita 7-inch and a Makita 9-inch angle grinder. They are all cordless. All three of them have a fully charged 5 amp hour batteries on them. They all have the thinnest cutting discs that I could get that are Makita branded for this first test. The 5-inch has a 0.8mm thick disc. The 7-inch has a 1.6mm thick cutting disc, and the 9-inch has a 1.9mm. They're the thinnest I could get for each one. They all run at different speeds. This one runs at about 8,500 RPM, this one runs at 7,800, this one runs at 6,000. All the model numbers and more descriptions about each tool will be down here in the description. And up in the corner here you will see throughout this video the reviews I have done on these three angle grinders. What we're going to do is we're going to cut some steel, and we're just going to do sort of a time test just to see how quick we can go through each one. This is just for fun, and you can have a look then, decide which sort of grinder might be right for you. After we've done the cutting test, we'll do a grinding test, and we'll just do an overall wrap up and see how these tools go. Three cuts. 3, 2, 1, go. Do one more. Pretty much the same. Grinders are one of my favourite tools and one of the most useful tools around. Everyone should have a grinder. So I thought this video would be fun and easy and good to do, but it turned out to be a right pain in the ass. I filmed most of the footage nearly a year ago, and just so many things went wrong that I sort of lost interest in doing it, and that's why I have put it on this channel instead of my main channel, because it was just so many things went wrong with the batteries, the tools, I lost videos, things weren't in shot properly. It just seemed cursed right from the get-go. So anyway, I'll try and sum this up. Here's the 3 grinders, 5, 7, 9. If you're going to pick only one grinder, if you're new to grinders, you want to know what sort of grinder you should get, I would probably always say get the 5-inch. A 5-inch grinder is so useful for so many things. You can cut with it, grind with it obviously, and there's so many just little things, cleaning up things. You can cut just about anything with it. I use it for cutting roots in the ground of stubborn things. I've done so many. It's just, you can use it for just about anything. They're just fantastic little tools. And being cordless and so small, they're super handy. You can get into tight spaces with them. Unlike the bigger ones, which, as you can see, it's just size-wise and weight-wise and everything are much more restrictive. So if you don't have a 5-inch grinder, get one before you buy the other two. Definitely. So everyone should have one of these, and then once you've got one of those, then you can decide whether you want one of these two. If you want depth of cut, deep as you can, then you want this one, the 9-inch obviously. For grinding, they're both great tools. I mean, they're basically the same weight apart from the area with the guards. Obviously the guards are going to be heavier on the 9-inch. I'll tell you which one I'm keeping. I'm keeping the 7. I'm not 100% sure why. The 7 just feels a little bit nicer, a little bit easier to use. I don't need a 9-inch grinder very often. What I would want that for would be to be cutting concrete as deep as possible, but I've got a large concrete cutter, so I don't really need it. So I will use this one for small cutting concrete jobs, and then my other bigger concrete cutter for that. So I decided to go with the 7, and I will be selling the 9-inch. But it is a personal preference thing on the 7 or the 9, and there's not a lot in it. It is basically just that depth of cut. Speed wise, this one's faster at the spinach, and you put thinner cutting wheels on it, but in the tests that we did, it seems that they're pretty much the same. I mean, the bigger the disc, the further out you get, the faster it's spinning. So that probably accounts for it cutting just as quick as this one. Just go and buy a 5-inch grinder. They've got some awesome ones now. This is the first brushless Makita one. They now have variable speed ones with very fast brakes on them. So sorry that wasn't as in-depth as my usual reviews on tools and stuff, but as I said, all the other reviews will be up in the top corner here. Have a look there. I'll put them on the end screen down in the description if you want to have a look at more detailed view of each of these individual grinders. Until next time, I'll see you later. Sorry it wasn't a very good video. See you on the next one.